My cats and I were living in a boring box, so we turned it into a magical dreamscape. This room was bland, beige, a box of blah. For me, that was uninspiring. But for my two fluffy sidekicks, Luna and Cosmo, it was worse. It was a kingdom of no. No, don't climb that. No, you can't scratch that. No, don't knock that over. It wasn't a home. It felt more like a holding cell. So we decided to go on an epic quest to transform this forgotten space into the ultimate clubhouse for anyone who believes cats are actual magic. Welcome to my bedroom, or as I used to call it, the Great Beige Nothing. It's fine. It has a bed, a window, and 4 walls with the personality of a cardboard box. For years, this was just the place I slept. But it was also where my two best friends, Luna and Cosmo, spent their entire days. And let's be real, it wasn't giving them much. Luna, my little shadow, lives for cozy hiding spots and soft blankets. Cosmo, my fearless explorer, sees every surface as a new mountain to conquer. But in this dull room, the highest peak was my dresser, and the coziest nook was a discarded sweater. It was a total failure of imagination, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I'm a firm believer that a happy cat makes for a happy human, but every time I saw them staring out the window, like tiny philosophers trapped in a beige box, I knew they deserved more. I couldn't give them the whole world, but maybe, just maybe, I could build them a new one right here. That's when it hit me. What if this room wasn't just a room anymore? What if it was a destination, a dream? A place born from imagination, full of twinkling lights, soft clouds, and enchanted corners. I started picturing something wild, a Dreamscape Cat Palace. A place where the answer is always yes. Yes, you can climb the walls. Yes, you can nap on a cloud. Yes, this entire kingdom is for you. I started collecting inspiration like a magpie. Dreamlike art with floating islands, fantasy cat illustrations with glowing moons and pink skies, the deep mystery of the cosmos. I wanted this to feel like a celestial playground part cozy sanctuary, part starlit wonderland. Something that would make me smile but truly belong to them. Mission accepted. The Great Beige. Nothing was about to become something magical. First up the sky, if I was going to build a dreamscape, I needed stars. I painted the wall a deep navy, the color of midnight. Then, with a stiff brush and white paint, I started flicking tiny droplets across the surface. Thousands of them. It looked like a snowstorm at first, but as it dried, a universe began to appear. I added larger dots for brighter stars, mapping out constellations I actually love. Orion, Lyra, Cassiopeia. A little cosmic gift to myself. Cosmo, of course, supervised every move. Every time the brush flicked, his tail twitched. At one point, he tried to help by swatting at the wet wall. I took that as approval. Once the stars were in place, it was time to give my explorers some planets to land on. Cats need vertical space. It makes them feel safe, curious, and in control of their world. But I didn't want boring cat towers. I wanted floating dream clouds. I found sturdy wall shelves deep enough for lounging and anchored them securely into the studs. Safety first when your clients are furry acrobats. Then came the fun part. I built shallow wooden boxes for each shelf, stuffed them with layers of plush batting, and covered them in fluffy white blankets that felt like hugs. When I stepped back, they looked like floating clouds suspended against a night sky. I put one right beside the window, the perfect sunspot for birdwatching, and another above the bed so Luna could rule from above. She immediately tested it before it was even attached. Typical. The next step was the magic, the glow. I strung delicate, warm fairy lights along the edges of the walls and wrapped them around the cloud shelves. The moment they lit up, it felt like stepping inside a dream. A soft, golden glow spread across the room, making every corner shimmer. I added a crescent moon lamp on my nightstand and hung a few glittery star garlands from the ceiling. Whenever the breeze came through the window, they spun and twinkled like little galaxies. Cosmo instantly claimed them as toys. Then came the practical stuff. A magical room still needs a litter box, but not one that kills the vibe. I found a sleek cabinet with a cat-shaped door cutout. Now it doubles as furniture and a secret litter hideaway. For scratching, I wrapped the legs of a small side table with sisal rope. It's stylish, functional, And miracle of miracles has actually saved my furniture. During this phase, Luna and Cosmo were chaos incarnate, chasing fairy lights, diving into fabric scraps, knocking over paintbrushes. But honestly, their energy made the project come alive. This wasn't just a DIY, it was a collaboration. Finally, it was ready. Welcome to the Dreamscape Cat Palace. The starry wall now feels infinite. The cloud walk stretches up like a staircase to the sky. Each perch is soft, cozy, and perfectly placed for climbing or lounging. The fairy lights cast a permanent golden hour glow. And right by the window, our cat TV station, sits the top cloud perch with the perfect view of the bird feeder outside. Every surface, every corner, every sparkle was designed for them. And now, for the moment of truth. I kept Luna and Cosmo out of the room for the final reveal. When I opened the door, my heart was pounding. Cosmo strutted in first. Tail up, total confidence. He froze mid-step, eyes locked on the star wall. You could almost see the realization dawn. This was his world. Then he bolted forward, leapt onto the first cloud, then the next, and then the next, like a tiny astronaut taking flight. He perched on the top shelf, looked down at me, and let out this soft chirp that I swear sounded like thank you. Luna was slower. She sniffed the rug, brushed against the bed, and then found the lowest cloud her perfect little hideaway. She kneaded it with her paws, curled up, and started purring so loudly the fairy lights seemed to hum with her. That purr was my 5-star review. The days that followed were pure joy. Cosmo spent hours chasing the hanging stars, pawing at reflections, watching the room's glow shift with the sunlight. Luna rotated between her sun cloud and her midnight nook behind the pillows. Sometimes they'd both curl up together on the window perch, their silhouettes outlined against the twilight sky I painted. At night, when the lights twinkle and the cats are tucked into their clouds, the room feels alive, like it's breathing with us, like it's part dream, part reality. This project started as a design experiment, but it turned into something much deeper. It reminded me that spaces shape us, and that joy, creativity, and comfort aren't luxuries. They're necessities, especially for the little creatures who share our lives. So now, every time I walk into this room, I feel peace. The beige box is gone. In its place is a shared sanctuary, a soft, starry world for 2 magical cats and 1 very grateful human. And honestly, it changed everything. Luna and Cosmo are more playful, more curious, more affectionate, and I'm calmer too. Somehow, in building them a dreamscape, I built myself one too. So, what about you? If you could add 1 magical feature to your pet's world, what would it be? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Thank you for joining us on this little cosmic adventure. Don't forget to subscribe for more magical makeovers, DIYs, and of course, more stories of King Cosmo and Queen Luna. See you in the stars. Please like and subscribe for more.